Rocco, an encouraging start with the lead there early. What did you see from the at-bats once Lauer came in and, kind of gave you guys some problems and a little bit of quiet at-bats?
Yeah, he pitched well. He's been pitching well for them. I rode the fastball up in the zone pretty good, and then just kind of mixed his off-speed pitches, but you really got to get on top of the heater when you're facing him. Yeah, we had trouble getting some stuff going. We knew it was going to be a day where he was going to likely pitch, but they also, he threw 50 pitches like 3 days ago too, so it's not like he was going to go 6 innings. We knew we were going to probably face a whole bunch of different arms today, and after we scored the runs early, we didn't get much going until later on in the game. We were just we gave up some runs, and we were just kind of out of, you're close to, you're in striking distance, but you're not a runaway. You got to score, a few, 2-3 runs to get back in the game. We couldn't get quite where we needed to be. We saw some positives. Royce had a good day at the plate. Larnick, smokes the ball. Ty had, some good at bats. Vasky had some good at bats. Well, there were some good swings out there. We had the lead. Sometimes you have the lead, sometimes you give it up, and things don't go necessarily as planned. So, we overall, you kind of have to step back and just go, well, we did some good things, but we got beat tonight, and there's not really, a ton to really get into. We got outplayed.
With Bailey Ober, he was so efficient first time through the order, and then when they started to get to him, was that a matter of adjustments on their end, or did you see something with Ober? Yeah,
I didn't see anything with Bailey. Maybe, as the game goes on, like with every star, your stuff is going to tick down a little bit, and his may have today. I don't think it was anything overly noteworthy based on just kind of a normal start for him or most guys. So other than that, they put a few good swings on the ball as the game went on, and they scored. That's really it. There's a lot of times where Bailey, he maneuvers well with runners on base. He takes advantage of guys when they get overly aggressive and things like that. In some ways, we didn't really even get a chance to take advantage of that, and because I think that's a strength of his, because they hit some balls good and hit some balls over the fence, and that was part of them scoring their runs tonight.
How tough was the Jeffers at first ejection for him, but borderline call that could have had bases loaded?
Yeah,
there.
I think it's just part of the game. To be honest with you, I think he's unhappy with the call, rightfully so. That's part of the game. You like to say something else or something really in depth about the. It's a close pitch. Looks like a ball. It would give us bases loaded with nobody out, and we're having great at bats, and their pitcher's scattering the ball, all over the strike zone. You want to get that call, and we didn't get the call today. We have to keep going. We did. We made a run at it, and had some really nice at bats late in the game. Laid off a lot of tough pitches. You'd like to get that call, not even just going your way. You just like to get that call right, and we're bases loaded with. Then you really got something at that point. You got a real shot. A lot of ways to score runs when you get the bases loaded, no outs, and that's what we should have had, but we didn't get it.